Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
About engine and its components. Okay. This is a presentation prepared on engine and its components. Today, this is an interesting topic which is related with automobile. Okay. So, an engine is a major part of an automobile. The engine is a power source in an automobile. It produces mechanical energy which is used to drive the vehicle. Okay. Now, you can see here our objective is to identify basic parts of an engine and able to describe how they work and their positions and locations in an engine. And we need materials and equipment for this. For the theoretical work, number one is projector, number two is a smart board, number three, to understand engine components, engine parts or its model, and a prototype or a small model in which we can see how engine work. So, main objective of this topic, that what we are going to learn today, engine and its components. Why we are learning this topic? Because engine is a very important system. So, objective is you should have a good knowledge about engine, okay, and its components. Suppose if you have a good knowledge, you may have opportunities in the society or in the field of automobile or sector where automobiles are manufactured or produced. Okay. Suppose if you are good technically sound in this field, you have job opportunities in automobile sector, because automobile sector is one of the huge sector in the world. So you have lots of scope in this field. If you are technically sound, you may have jobs opportunities in manufacturing field or trading or production or assembly line in an automobile industry. And in other side, you may have other opportunity that you can do job in dealerships, or you may have your showroom or service center for the automobile services. Okay. This is the objective why we are learning about the engine. And also one thing that I would like to add in this is, if you are good in engine, if you have good knowledge about engine, we know that everyone have in this present time, we have two-wheelers and four-wheelers. Okay. If you are aware about vehicle, you can reduce road major fatals or accident that may be caused due to a bad engines. And here, interest approach, that what I have told you about, that why we should have good knowledge. Okay. And now we are moving to the next slide. This is main parts of an engine. First of all, I would like to tell you what is engine. Okay, engine is a machine which convert chemical energy into mechanical energy, which convert chemical energy into mechanical energy. We have a lots of examples in daily life of chemical energies like petrol, diesel and CNG. These all are the forms of chemical energy. And example of mechanical energy is like reciprocating motion of parts or rotary motion of tires or wheels are the forms of mechanical energy. So these are the components of an engine. Look here. The number one is cylinder, cylinder head, piston ring, gudgeon pin, piston pin, the same name. Okay. Sometimes depends upon what name you would like to use. Connecting rod, small end and big end bearings, crankshaft, camshaft, crankcase, inlet valve, outlet valve, valve bolts, rocker arm, spark plug, fuel injector, cooling jackets, carburetor, flywheel and governor. These all are the major parts of an engine. You may call it IC engine. IC engine means internal combustion engine. On those engines, the combustion of fuel takes place inside the engine body. That's why they call IC engines. Today we are learning about petrol engine. Petrol engine is also a form of IC engine. Now in the next slide we will see these all components and their positions in an engine. Okay, now here is this is the disassembled view of engine. You can see all the parts and their positions. First of all, here is cylinder head cover. This is called cylinder head cover. And second one is head cover gasket. Gasket is very important to seal the leakages of exhaust gases or maybe oil. And third one is cylinder head. This is called cylinder head. The cylinder head is important part of engine. In this, inlet and outlet valves and other cams are mounted over it to operate the valves. And here you can see this is exhaust manifold. Exhaust manifold is mounted with the cylinder head so that exhaust gases can be ejected through exhaust manifold. And then this is exhaust gasket, this is engine block, this is oil gasket and oil pan, and drain bolt. These all are parts. And also other side, this is intake manifold and this is pulley, camshaft pulley. Camshaft, as the camshaft rotates, it maintains the timing of valves. And then water pump, etc. These all are major components. Here is one thing also, distributor. Okay, now I will tell you that what is the function of these parts, why these parts are given in an engine, why they are used in an engine. Okay, so first of all, I would like to tell you about look here. Cylinder. What is cylinder? Cylinder is a sleeve, okay, inside of which combustion of fuel takes place. A cylinder is a sleeve inside of which combustion of fuel or charge takes place. And second one is cylinder head. Cylinder head is mounted over the engine block. Cylinder head is mounted over the engine block, and all the cylinders are fixed inside the engine block. All the cylinders are fixed inside the engine block. And then next is piston. What is piston? Piston is reciprocates inside cylinder. Piston reciprocates inside cylinder, which takes the combustion pressure or power and transmit it to the crankshaft by using connecting rod. Or in other words, we can say that the piston is used to combustion the charge or that by using 4 strokes. Okay, piston actually creates reciprocating motion. Reciprocating motion is to and fro motion, or maybe up down motion is called reciprocating motion. And in the modern engines, piston takes 4 strokes. Piston takes 4 strokes for the combustion of First stroke is suction stroke, second compression stroke, third is first suction, second compression, third combustion, and fourth one is exhaust stroke. Therefore, these all are 4 strokes. Okay. Now next one is piston rings. Piston rings are mounted over the piston. These are used to prevent the leakages of combustible gases into the engine chamber. And also there is another ring that is called oil ring. The function of oil ring is to maintain the oiling in between piston wall and cylinder wall. And here is the term valve. Valve, we use mainly 2 types of valves. One is inlet valve, other is outlet valve. The function of inlet valve is to give the access for the charge to enter inside the engine, and the function of outlet valve is used to create a passage for the exhaust gases from the engine cylinder. Okay, and the next one is connecting rod. What is connecting rod? Connecting rod is a mechanical part which is assembled in between piston and crankshaft. It is connected in between piston and crankshaft, and its function is to transmit the power of piston to the crankshaft. Next one is flywheel. Connecting rod, crankshaft. What is the function of crankshaft? Crankshaft is used to produce rotary motion. Crankshaft is used to produce rotary motion, like rotational motion is called rotary motion. And next one is flywheel. What is the function of flywheel? Flywheel is mounted with the engine and is connected with the crankshaft. Its function is to store the energy of engine. Its function is to store the energy of engine. And next one is carburetor. The function of carburetor is to create or produce the charge. And the charge, in actual terms, charge is a mixture of air and fuel. A mixture of air and fuel is called charge. Carburetor, this is very important for an engine because we know that engine, if you have fuel, without air or oxygen we cannot work it. Okay, for the combustion we need air and fuel proper mixture for the combustion process. And next one is governor. What is the function of governor? Governor, it maintains the speed of an engine. It maintains the speed of an engine, or it controls the speed of an engine. Okay, these all are the parts of engine. Here, these are the outer parts. These all are the outer parts shown in this figure. This is disassembled view of outer assembly or outer parts of engine. And in the next slide, we will see internal parts of an engine. These are the outer parts, and here in this image you can see image 1, image 2. This is your engine block. What is called engine block? Inside of it, in this engine block, we use this type of assembly. These all are the internal parts of an engine. Okay, except alternator. Alternator is not internal parts of an engine. It is mounted outside the engine body. Its function is to produce electrical energy for the working of engine. Now you can see here internal parts. Here is camshaft. One camshaft is for inlet valves and other camshaft is for outlet valves to operate and to maintain their timing for the proper timing of suction stroke, compression stroke, combustion stroke, or exhaust stroke. And these are timed with each other. This camshaft and crankshafts are timed with each other by using timing belt. Okay, here you can see this is piston, piston, after that connecting rod, and then it is connected with crankshaft. This piston reciprocates inside the engine cylinder where combustion process takes place and power is produced. Piston reciprocates, power is transformed from piston to the crankshaft by using connecting rod. Okay, and this is the internal assembly where 4 pistons are shown, and this is your flywheel. Okay, this is your distributor. The function of distributor is to distribute the electric current, for the spark plugs for the combustion process. This is the 4-cylinder engine assembly, and this is our V-shaped engine block. In this engine block, we need V-shaped assembly of internal parts, like this V-shaped assembly. One piston assembly is for the one side and other piston assembly is for the other side, because here are 4 cylinders and other side also there is same assembly of other 4 cylinders. Therefore, the total piston used are 8 for this engine block. Now, here we are studying just simple about 4-cylinder or 4-piston engine. So these all are the parts of internal parts of an engine. Now, I am going to show you a single cylinder engine or single piston engine, how it looks and what are the parts. This is for the 4 pistons. Here it is not much clear to view where a part is connected, and in the next slide you can see, we know that we have motorcycle, bike. Okay, mostly two-wheelers are made up of your single cylinder engines, and their assembly is like this. This is your cylinder, and piston is placed inside the cylinders, and these are the rings shown in this figure, and this is your connecting rod, this is your crank. Okay, piston reciprocates up and down, and this will produce this reciprocating motion is converted into rotary motion by using connecting rod. Here you can see this is cam valve. Cam valve is used to operate this valve, inlet valve. Cam valve is used to operate this inlet valve. For this inlet valve, the charge enters inside the engine. Okay, after that it will close, and then your piston will move top position to bottom position. That called first stroke, one single stroke. If piston moves from top to the bottom, that is your single stroke. And in the next stroke, piston move from bottom to the top. Okay, that is your second stroke, and that is called compression stroke. The second number stroke is called compression stroke, and in the third stroke, as the piston tries to reach the topmost position inside the cylinder, the spark plug creates spark, because the charge inside over the top of the piston is compressed to a very high pressure. Therefore, the temperature of the charge and pressure both are increased automatically, and then spark plug produce spark, which results combustion of the charge. And in the next third stroke, combustion process takes place and piston moves from top down to the bottom down position. And in the next fourth stroke, that is called exhaust stroke. After the combustion stroke, all of the charge is converted into the exhaust gases or carbons. And the fourth stroke is from bottom down to the top position. All the exhaust gases are escaped through the outlet valve, and also the outlet valve is timed in such a way, and inlet valves are timed in such a way so that all the strokes can be maintained and their timings are adjusted to maintain the proper working or proper functioning of engine. Okay, this is a general view of single cylinder engine. Here you can see spark plug. Its function is to produce spark for the combustion of charge inside the engine. Here we can see this is our combustion chamber. Combustion chamber is the portion where combustion of charge takes place. And this is cylinder block. In these cylinder blocks, water jackets are designed. Here the coolant is filled inside the chamber or in these water jackets. Its function is to take up the heat of engine and which maintains the working temperature of engine. Or in other words, we can say the function of this coolant is to reduce the heat of engine and it prevents engine from overheat. This is all about engine and its components. And in the next, I will show you one video. Okay, in that video we will see how the parts work inside an engine and how its functioning works. Okay, here this is a video. Look and with a proper intention. Watch how they work, engine and its components. Now I am going to play it. This.
Enjoyment in AMG. Performance under pressure. Incredible stability is derived from the rigid crank.
You can see this is a V-shaped engine. Okay. In this V-shaped engine, the assembly of piston is for the both sides in the V-shape. Okay. And you will see here are valves and this is piston and crank is connected. A single crank. Here is a crankshaft. Single crankshaft for multiple number of pistons in the V-shape. Now,
Case and lightweight forged pistons to help reduce friction losses.
You will see how it works.
Innovative nano slide coating. Thanks to the proven dry sump lubrication technology, the front mid-engine does not require the result, an ever-present opportunity.
We are going to see internal parts of an engine. So I'm doing some forward action. Okay, you can see internal parts how they are working. This is timing chain for one side assembly and this is timing chain for other side assembly. And these are timed in such a way so that engine can work smoothly. Now you will see piston. These are pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the actual view of internal parts. This is your flywheel. Its function is to store the energy of or power of engine. These are the pistons. This is your engine block and all these are cylinders. Okay, and this is how piston reciprocates inside the engine. Okay, we have another video. I will play it from here. This. Okay, watch this. In this, maybe some clear view of parts. You can see this. Now watch. This is your crankshaft. Understand? It rotates. Its function is to rotate. And this is your flywheel. It is connected with crankshaft. Its function is to store the energy of or power of engine. Okay? And
cooling jet to reinforce durability.
it works like
Down
this.
shaft margin. Look for NPH improvement.
Now, one thing that I would like to discuss with important structure.
And dual CVVT system for excellent fuel efficiency and performance.
These are inlet and outlet valves. Okay, these are inlet and outlet valves. Here you can see how they are opening and closing according to the timing of piston.
Right at the precise amount of fuel
This is
directly injected into the cylinder.
Injector. Its function is to inject the fuel.
Thanks to the optimized right hole on the piston and the injection during the compression stroke, an optimal mixture of the fuel and air is formed near the spark plug, and this leads to a clean ignition.
Spark plug is given to create spark for the combustion of charge. And piston moves like this from top down
After
to
the
bottom
start,
down.
the split injection helps to obtain a stable combustion, even with the late ignition to increase the exhaust energy. This increased exhaust energy lights up the catalyst faster by more than 50%.
Is it clear? Understand?
Thanks to the fast write-off, the exhaust emission is reduced.
This is all about that how engine and its component work inside an engine. And each and every one part is important for engine.
Fuel cools down the in-cylinder air. This cooling effect reduces horsepower, which is the
And this is the fan view, like how it works fastly. You can see piston moving very fast, top to bottom down. One thing that I would like to tell you that here are two positions inside the cylinder. Two positions, one is called top position and other is called bottom position. The top uppermost position of the piston inside the cylinder, uppermost position of the piston inside the cylinder is called top dead center. Is called top dead center. And lowermost position of the piston inside the cylinder is called bottom down, bottom dead center. Bottom dead center. Top dead center and bottom dead center. Okay. This is that how an engine and its components work, and we are timing of valves inside the engine. Suppose if we have engine, if its timing is not correct, engine will not work or function anymore. Okay, and this is all about your today's topic, engine and its components. I hope you understood very well that about these components and engine and how it should work inside the engine. So now, any question regarding this about this topic? Do you have any question? First of all, ask.
Sir, what is the function of carburetor?
Okay, sit down. Carburetor, very important part of the engine. The function of carburetor is to mix fuel or air and maintain the proper ratio of fuel or air for the engine. Okay, we need proper ratio of fuel or air according to the loading and unloading condition of vehicle. The main function is to make charge. And charge is the form of air and fuel. Fuel may be your petrol. Okay, petrol and air both are mixed together and it is formed into the form of charge. And another question? Okay.
What is connecting rod?
What is connecting rod? Okay, very important. This is your connecting rod. It is connected in between piston and crank. It is connected in between your piston and crank. As the piston reciprocates, it gives motion to the crank. Or in other words, its function is to deliver or transfer the power of piston to the crank, and reciprocating motion is converted into rotary motion. This is your connecting rod. And piston. What is piston? Piston is a mechanical part, or it is designed with a very high accuracy. Okay, your piston is placed inside the cylinder and it reciprocates up and down inside the cylinder, which causes 4 strokes or 2 strokes. And in the modern engines, there are number of strokes we use 4: suction stroke, compression stroke, combustion stroke, and exhaust stroke. These all strokes occur due to piston. and the function of piston is to reciprocate inside the engine, and its other main function is to deliver the power produced from the combustion by the piston through the connecting rod to the crank. This is your piston. Okay, understand? Any other question from any student if you want to ask? This is all about your topic, today's topic, engine and its components. Now I am giving you assignment. Write down. The first question is to today's homework or assignment. Okay, write down over the copy. Name different components of an engine. Name different components of an engine. Name different components of an engine. And other question is define the functioning of all the components of an engine. Is it okay? This is clear. It's my contact. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can contact me, and thank you.